come on in, Pastor. It's a beautiful ride here in Mary Kingdom. Rise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to do a quick live, man, to let you guys know. Make sure you get your pre-orders on the Relocation Blueprint. That should release today or tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. It's going to have everything that you need in it. Ways to get around the system, ways to beat the system. Not lie, to beat the system. It costs you a whole lot less money to be able to get out of the country and create somewhere else. Inside this book is going to have you. This is the first edition. This is just to, it'll end with getting into the country. Okay, edition two will be from this point on everything we've learned and qualified moving up to this point. But you guys know I started talking about this move a few months ago. There was a lot that we had to do and get in order before we could make that move possible. And a lot of people have been asking me, man, how did you do it? How did you do it so quickly? Because I turned around time pretty quickly. Um, the ins and outs, things you need to know, people I've connected with over here they're still currently living here, people who have lived here years ago, moved around some more since then in other countries. They've all came and gave me information that I put together in the first edition of the Relocation Blueprint. I want you guys to get this book. It's going to be a new book. It's only $10. And this is great for you guys because so many of you have asked for consultations. So if you don't know, I do 1 hour consultations at $100. I had to apologize to many of you yesterday because I can't get with you until next week. So busy getting everything in order. But get the book, okay? It's $10, okay? And if you want to talk to me after that, that's absolutely amazing. We'll do that. But this book's going to have everything you need in it, including people that you can contact and pay for coaching that'll help you get access over here, connects over here, just sets you up with everything you need to know so it's not so difficult. Okay? This is something that most people have never done. Most people feel that they need somebody to be with them when they do it. I see a lot of single people say, I would love to do it, but I just can't do something like that by myself. People do it by themselves, man. I'm telling you. People do it by themselves. Remember this. A tree starts off as a seed. Remember that. When you have people with you, man, that have the necessary tools, each one teach one. You can do this even on your own because you won't be alone. Anything that you guys do, guys, you should be putting people around you who's kind of been there and done that. You're building a team around yourself. Breaking up. Let me see if I can fix the Wi-Fi. Let me see. All right, let me know if it's better. All right, let me know if it's better. I connected the Wi-Fi. I was wrong. Let me know if it's better. Some places it's better if you're wrong here, the Wi-Fi. Let me know if you guys can hear me better. What I was saying was, when you're going to do something like this, what you do is okay, great, great, great. What you do is you put a team around you, people who have been there, done that, uh, who can help you give you information, speak time up for you, help you make less mistakes. But like I said, you can definitely do the phone consultations. You'll get a whole lot more information from me on the phone as you can ask me questions and things like that. But I have compiled a book into an ebook, and we'll release in the next couple of days so you guys can get all the information that I have, all the things I went through getting here, things I learned getting here. For example, I'll give you guys one quick tip. They say you need 6 months of rent here because to rent here, guys, you need 6 months of front, or you need a co-signer, a Colombian resident who's willing to vouch for you, someone who has a visa already, who's been here, who's willing to vouch for you. And I happen to have a team of people who would be willing to do that for people who come over. So you don't need 6 months of rent. That's money that you can save now, that you don't have to worry about saving up um, because you don't need 6 months anymore because you can have a co-signer. Another tip, typically you need to do a round trip ticket, which costs substantially more than a one-way ticket. So go price your tickets. You'll notice that it's substantially more than a round trip. And you need a ticket leaving out of Colombia when you come in here. So when you get here, you need a ticket leaving out of Colombia. Here's a small tip that's in my book. Okay, here's your way around that. Instead of buying a round trip ticket, which will cost you substantially more, what you do is this: buy a one-way ticket, right? One-way ticket. What you're gonna do then is go back in and buy another ticket. This ticket will say from Medellin to somewhere like Panama. Okay, these flights are absolutely cheap. Now, $40, something like that. Seriously, $50 for a flight. Get that flight. Now, whenever you enter into customs, they can see that you plan to leave within the 90 days. You get 90 days before you get your visa. They want to see that you have an exit ticket before that 90 days is up. Because they want to know you're not planning to stay before you have the visa. So this is how you do it, right? Buy that other ticket going out. There's also places where you can buy somewhat dummy tickets, and they'll last for like 24 hours, and you can't stay 24 hours. But if you buy a real ticket, you can get a refund. Okay. You also need an address when you get here. This means you got to have an Airbnb or a hotel or a reputable source, okay, through a company online, like Airbnb or a hotel. Do not buy a property from a person before you get here. I made that mistake. I lost money already. Okay? The place that even exists. Do not buy properties before you come here. Okay? And it's best that you have your Airbnb before you get here. If you try to do it on the spot, if you get to customs and he said, what's the address? If you say, hey, hang on, right? It's a jacuzzi. Um, if you say, hang on, and try to order that flight, order that address right then, that through a hotel or Airbnb then, they could turn you around. And all that flight would have been for nothing. Okay? This is two powerful tips that'll save you a lot of time and energy and money. And the amount of money that you save on that right there might have paid for your first month. I'll tell you like this: so all of our tickets coming here, about $1,600, right? Now, if they were round trip, it would cost me like $5,000. Lawrence Fishburne, I've heard that. That's why they call me Morpheus. But yeah. So it would have cost me about $5,000, which is more than double, right? So you go get those Panama tickets, flying from Medellin to Panama because it's cheaper, right? Or another third world country of that, some sort. You'll watch you get those prices reduced substantially, right? And then the 6 months of rent. So you guys are seeing here the rent is substantially lower. 6 months of that might be difficult for most of us. So instead of that, you got a co-sign. You get you a co-sign. I know you might say, well, who can co-sign for me? Don't worry. Get the book. Okay? Pete has multiple connects. When you make Pete your life coach, he's gonna put you on. And he's in deep. Okay, just know that. He's heavily connected. So we can get you that first month, get you in your house with just a small deposit and a first month rent. And it's not gonna be the same even as your first month. It kind of goes like this. If your rent is $1,000 a month, your deposit's like $200-300. That's how it will go. If your rent is, 2,000 a month, your deposit might be $500-600. If it's 5,000 a month, your deposit might be $1,000. Instead of having to come up with the rent times six, okay? And like I said, this is 2 small tips. But the Relocation Blueprint, I promise you, it's an amazing book. It's going to encourage you. It's going to challenge you to think, and it's really for the chosen one. If you know you're not a chosen one, this book may not be for you. If you don't feel it in your soul that you was meant to do something greater, to create something different, take your family to a higher level, this book isn't for you. But if you do feel that you are called, chosen, and guys, this simply means you chose yourself. It simply means that you have dreams and a mission, something embedded in you, something you can't get rid of. I mean, it bothers you every day. It nags at you. But there's something greater, and it's something you should be doing. The book is for you guys. Because a lot of people look at this movie, they criticize it, they try to speak fear into it. What could happen over here to us? Same thing can happen to you over there. Say you could get kidnapped. Your wives could get kidnapped. Your kids could get kidnapped. As if these things don't exist at home. Human trafficking is at an all-time high everywhere. So people will use fear tactics to try to keep you bound up. Ignore it, man. Don't ignore it. Block it. But keep your head on a swivel. And know that you had to keep your head on a swivel back home, too. Remember stranger danger? We were raising our children to know that there are people who would harm them and seemingly have good intentions even back then. They'll offer you candy, right? They'll offer to help you find your parents. They'll offer you a way home from school, right? There's danger everywhere, but you got to prepare yourself for it. Make the move if you know it's for you. And I'm not saying come to Venezuela. We could be anywhere else in the country, anywhere else in the world. Um, but you can actually go create a whole new. Someone said this ain't even his career. He actually right. This is not my career. I'm actually paying more for this than I would be paying for my actual career, but it's still much less than I can guarantee any of you guys are paying. And I can guarantee your place does not look like this. I can guarantee you it doesn't look like this. And some of you would be shocked if you know how much I'm paying for this place. Your American money, let me tell you something. In America, we're raised to believe that we are poor and we live very meager. The rest of the world knows that we get paid well, but it's where we live that we're taxed, the prices are high, and you'll be living in the hood for the same money that you could be living in the suburbs or in the high community. You understand? So if you were willing to just take a trip, you could learn to make that same American USD online or a brick and mortar, a business that you create in America, and then you could travel that same money that you're struggling with in America. You could flourish with somewhere else. And they don't want you to know that. You understand? I'm not rich, but here I'm wealthy. Here I'm well off. It's because of that imbalance. I'm telling you guys, take advantage of that. You don't have to struggle where you are. And guys, I know a lot of you may be getting jealous of this, but this is nothing that you can't do. And so you can see someone doing something so positive and giving this information to the world. People will still hate on them. Here's what I'm saying to all of you doers out there, okay? Because you got a lot of talkers that's just going to hate them. For you doers, listen to this. You doers, you do. You act, you have action, you work, you plant seeds, you start businesses, you step out on faith, and you make money with your own skill. This is for you guys who've already stepped out, whether you drop shipping, whether you have a social media page, whatever way that you're making your money for yourself, whether you're selling products, you've done this, right? You are a doer. If you are a doer, think about the money you're making. Do you earn at least $1,500 a month through your business, through your personal business that you've established online or through your brick and mortar? Do you? Do you? Then they have no clue. I don't know that person is. God is on here just tripping. Right, guys? Do you? If you make that per month, that same money, you can live like this. See, when I was young, man, I would see people that come to our country from these countries by themselves, men come here by themselves. I worked in upholstery when I was younger. We built furniture, right? And we could make $20, $30 an hour there. I was 18 years old making that kind of money, right? Married with a house. I've been a grown man my whole life. I was an upholstery. There were several Hispanic people from different countries working in it without their families, right? And what they would do is they would send money back to their families. And I always respected that. I always say, man, these people will come to another country where nobody understands them, potentially looks down on them. And when they earn their money, they send it back to their families. You know why? That money was multiplied. And let me tell you something. Those guys will work harder than anybody else on those lines. Because, and I'm talking, if they were offering overtime, you know who was going to take the overtime? They were. Because they've never seen money like that. And now I get it. See, look, I almost would pay to go home early back then. Because I'm making $18 an hour, $20 an hour as an 18-year-old. I'm living it up. I'm feeling like I'm living it up because most people in my neighborhood, 10, 11, 12 bucks an hour. But I was working a production job. You understand? I was working a production job. So when you work in a production job, you can stand and make a whole lot more money, right? All right, so keep this. Let them come out and say, anybody want to leave early? Anybody want to stay late? I'm hiding my head. I don't want to stay late. But you know who was staying late? They were. Because you get time and a half, double time. And what they would do when they get those big checks, they send it all back home. Now imagine what that money did when it multiplied back home. You know how much their families appreciated them? Those people were chosen ones. And I always had those type of people around me. I believe that the universe wanted me to see that. I didn't get it at the time, but now I get it. So again, if you guys know you can make 1,500 bucks a month, right, on your own, off your own dreams and skills, your own mind, 1,500 bucks a month, right? It might tell you something that's funny. I actually heard that before that. But then you can live like a king somewhere else. Do you really need to stay in the States where you have to pay for health care, where the food is poison, and you can leave and have free health care, healthy food? Keep in mind, I haven't said this yet, but I recognized yesterday at the dinner table that I haven't had a stomach ache since I've been here. And mostly when I eat, family, I get a stomach ache. Bad ones, guys. Like sometimes I have to go lay down and go to sleep. And I've been eating like crazy here. I haven't had one stomach ache. And I sit there and ask the wives and my daughter yesterday, I was like, hang on, I don't think I had a stomach ache since I've been here. And they was like, man, you know what? I don't think you have either. You certainly haven't said nothing about it. And at the time, I was getting down. And this burger I had yesterday was so good. It's like right there, like right here. This burger I had was so damn good, right? And I'm tasting everybody's food too. Janae had trout. I know Janae had salmon meal. Um, Lacey had this shrimp cocktail type thing. Um, Everybody had something, right? And I'm eating like crazy. Before when I finally recognized, I was like, man, I gotta slow down before my stomach started. Stomach never bothered me, y'all. And I got down yesterday. So I'm thinking that it's that shit in the food. Give us 2 weeks, man. I told you guys I had some medical things, right? Body hadn't been feeling right. Been losing a lot of weight even though I'm working out. See, I was taking that vitamin E, and the place I was taking it from shut down. I can go over and get that stuff for free here. Well, not, I mean, you know what I mean, for way less here. And I can get it from the food here. Check me out in 2 weeks, man. I can guarantee you so much gonna be done changed with the health of everybody in the family. They ask us that, what would you be willing to pay for all your food right now to instantly be healthy? What would you be willing to pay right now for good health, knowing that just you living a normal life and eating, even if it's the same food you used to eat, but that food is no longer poison. And now you don't have the primitive, not the primitive, but the punitive damages for eating this food. Think about it, guys. What's that worth to you? Now, this doesn't cost you; it pays you because when you come here, you save the money that you was making in it. Insurance, car insurances, health insurances, all that stuff you're gonna get rid of. That's gonna put money back into your bank every month, right? That money, use that for your overhead. Now the money you're making in your businesses, stack it. Stack your blade. Somebody said he don't own the place. Even if you don't own the place, look at the amount of money you'd be saving per month. It should be no problem after a year to have, if you're making $1,500, $2,000 a month, for you to be able to have at least 5, 6 bands in the bank. And I'm sure each one of you will have a different goal of what you want to have. But if you know you're making decent money, upwards of 1,500 to 2,000 a month, that's a very small business, by the way. But here, you can live really great. Indeed, get the book, guys. Seriously, get the book. Because a lot of people just don't know what they're missing out on. I don't want to be before you guys live long today. I got a lot to do, especially to get my book released. Um, but I wanted to hit you guys too. It will be releasing soon. All right? And keep in mind, you'll see people talking junk and trying to come up with things to say, and having things to say that have nothing to do with nothing. Look, I'm sitting here giving you guys which book. It's called the Relocation Blueprint. My piece. I'm releasing it today for anybody who wants to try this move that you're doing. I have all kind of tips and everything to help people do that. Ways around the system, ways to avoid spending big money, ways to avoid big hiccups with your passports and all that type of stuff. I've learned a hell of a lot, and I want to give this information to you guys so you can have it. It's only going to cost you guys $10. You have no idea what it was cost me. Okay, the book will only be $10 an ebook. As soon as you pay for it, you got it. You'll be able to have some company read it to you if you don't like to read. If you want them to read it to you, you can read it to you while you work out, whatever the case may be. The different information thing. It's going to cost you $10. It ain't no telling how much the information costs me. Just buying a place from someone, it'll be on Amazon, Mom, please. I'll drop the links to it. But just the first place that I tried to buy online, beautiful place, but it didn't exist. That cost me more than $10. I hope you know that, right? I'm embarrassed to say, but it cost me more than $10. So I'm saving you guys a lot of money just by saying, do not buy a property online before you get it. Before, if you have not saw it, if you haven't touched it, they'll give you fake deeds and everything. Don't you dare do it. They'll set you up on a lease to own and everything. Make you feel real comfortable. And that place will not even exist. It exists, but it ain't on the street. They told you nothing. Book an Airbnb. Don't book long term before you get here. Book an Airbnb for a couple of weeks through a reputable source, Airbnb or a hotel, through the hotel, okay? And then get here and start your search then. Because the key is this. You can find a lot cheaper properties than you can online. So you can look up Medellin properties online. You can find a lot cheaper properties here through the locals. The locals will rent their properties out to you for a whole lot less than you can rent them out online. See, what happens, guys, is Americans come here and they go rent these properties from the locals, and then they put them on Airbnb and charge you tourists, you Americans, real American money for it. And when you see those properties at $2,000, $3,000 for a week and stuff, it sounds about right for America. It's because you're buying it from an American and they're buying it from a local. Come and get your place from a local. Okay? Come and get your place from a local. Be way different on your pockets. And I don't have to tell you this. I can keep that to myself and let y'all go through all of the trouble of losing money and everything, just like I did. But I'm not going to do that to you because I love you. I love you. And I think each one teach you. I think there's a reason that I came out here and did it before a lot of you guys, so I can report back. That's kind of been my life's mission anyway. I do things first, and then I tell other people how to do it. I'm a seed plant. So stay tuned. Get excited. The information that you need will be readily available. soon. $10 away from having the information that you need. $10 away from saving thousands of dollars coming year. $10 away from protecting yourself from being scammed and shit that seems super duper legit. $10 away from having access to connects that help me get here. $10 away from purchasing their coaching to have them side by side with you to help you on the whole journey until you guys are completely settled here. Imagine being able to have that, right? Okay, family. Stay tuned. Book dropping soon.